How's it going, boys? And 3.5%. Today on Standard we are playing MARDU control and we are pushing innovation as far as we can. This deck has an accent on planeswalkers. We're going to be using the big heavy hitters like Tibalt, Liliana, and even Kaya. But that's not gonna be it. This is just a distraction. The real meat and potatoes here is Arcane Bombardment and Warlock Class. Especially Warlock Class. People very often sleep on Warlock Class as one of the best. I would say that this is the second best a black card in in standard rotation. Invoke Despair, obviously the best mono black card, but Warlock Class do not sleep on this. The one damage it can deal per turn is absolutely huge, and it is the best draw card that black has, and it's usable on turn 2, and it's really powerful. Look at the top 3 cards for 2 mana. This is amazing, and if you get to level 3, well then honestly it's just game over, because this will chip at your HP like there's absolutely no tomorrow. Amazing card, completely overlooked. So we're kind of bringing it back a little bit. Mainly the big kahuna obviously is Arcane Bombardment. While your opponent is busy with the planeswalkers, and considering how many of them we have, everyone is going to think that we're a planeswalker deck, right? And the thing is, nowadays, in Standard, most of the removal for planeswalkers overlaps with what they would use for enchantments. So you can just suddenly play Arcane Bombardment and they are out of enchantment removal because they used it to do planeswalkers. So suddenly Arcane Bombardment is a huge unexpected win factor here. And it's really good. It's really solid. Honestly, very lovely deck. A lot of things. Kaya, for example, 100% unexpected. Who expects to play against a Kaya nowadays? Plus, there's a little bit of synergy with Valki, God of Lies, plus Kaya if you really want to search for it. But mostly, no one just expects a Kaya. And no one wants to see a Kaya because this art is like a 0 out of 10. Kaldenheim, while it did have some cool cards, for example, Blood on the Snow, honestly, thematically, really good. A solid 8 out of 10, I would say. But it did had a lot of problems, like Kaya, for example, is just disgusting. 0 out of 10. No womanly expression, no feminine expression at all. And considering that, remember the 3-drop Kaya that we had, which was blazing hot and perfect? Compared to that, this Kaya is just, Kaldenheim art was so sad. Especially considering after what we got later on. Look at this, Strixhaven, Professor Onyx, Rowan, hot and fiery. She's so good, you are willing to tolerate her cuck brother, and no one likes Will. His name is Will. When was the last time you wanted to meet a person named... Never. Exactly. But, despite that rant, the deck's really powerful. Celestus for ramping, Geistflame Reservoir for additional value. It's a pretty cute card. You can remove it if you don't like. You can actually even double up with it if you want. You have options. Vanishing versus Fateful Absence, everything for removing planeswalkers and all that jazz. We could exchange Bloodchief's Thirst for 2 more March of Fresh Sorrows if you wanted, or the XP white instant for removing extra enchantments. It depends. You can switch out a lot of things here, and big score is obviously huge considering how good it is with Arcane Bombardment and ramping with planeswalkers in general. 3-color deck with super easy to obtain mana colorations, because if you look at this, the majority of our stuff is black. And there's only Liliana, Blood on the Snow, and Meathook Massacre. Well, and Invoke Despair, technically, but Invoke Despair is a kind of an exception. That costs more than 1 mana to cast. So all of our things are in the late game that require multiple specific manas to cast. So we're never gonna really brick on mana too much. Obviously, time to time it's gonna happen, but most of the time you shouldn't worry about it because, you know, our removal on a basic level is concentrated in only 2 colors for the early game, so that's quite good. 20 4 lanes to be specific, 3.1 average. As you can see, a lot of 2-drops, a lot of 1-drops, and a lot of 3-drops. 6 1-drops to be exact. That's a lot. And with that being said, boys, without any further ado, let's just get a cracking and see what happens. what a very interesting start we have here. All the colors, big score, and technically things that we could cast early on. Well, let's just keep it. It's honestly probably not gonna get a lot better than this, even though a little bit more removal in the opening hand is usually pretty decent. This build kinda gets a lot of decent randomization, as in we get to play against a lot of control decks and a lot of creature decks at the same time, which is, as always, very refreshing when you're playing Arena, that you're not just playing against other creature decks, or you're just not playing against only control buildups. So that's pretty cool. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty bad, but we have big score. The question is, do we go greedy here? Honestly, with this on turn 2, that's really dangerous, because the Moon Dancer means that he's most likely getting a 3-drop Angel soon, if not already. Okay, this actually kind of... Okay, this makes the decision for us. This is easy, because we're hitting a land, right? Belief, boys. Belief, and it's beautiful! Let's see, do we have... Yes, we have two black, which means... Well, honestly, let's get more black. Getting more snow lands at this point is kinda irrelevant to a degree, I would Ooh. That's big. That's gonna help him a lot. That's gonna help him a lot. Okay, I could theoretically drop Valki. No, I can't drop Valki. This is gonna be a lot of deeps, huh? Kaya is not bad. I want to set up at least... I want to set up 4 black mana as honestly soon as possible. So, do we get rid of the Gleipnir? This is a decision. Kaya is obviously better to keep for now, because it's instantaneous removal. But Gleipnir potentially is a lot bigger in the late game. Or we just, or we did, okay, even, you know what? Man, Tybalt is 7 mana, but here's the deal with Tybalt. It's actually so easy to get him most of the time. Okay, I'm gonna ditch the Tybalt. It's gonna be fine. Ooh, we actually got Invoke Despair with a 4th black mana. Okay, this is gonna be good. Gonna be a little bit painful here, because he's potentially dealing a lot of deeps. But, here's hoping. And the Righteous Valkyrie as expected. If you get a Tessa Moon Dancer on turn 2, honestly, you're probably always gonna get the Righteous Valkyrie very close on. Because most likely that's the exact thing you're trying to hit. So that's something. Not a lot of HP left here, but this is stabilization at its finest, boys. This is definitely stabilization. And that's good, good later on. Okay, destroy all creatures, pay 3 snow mana. I'm completely down. Could be good, could be good. Also, we're gonna see what he has here. What do you have here? Oh! Cosmic Elixir, that was something I was actually kind of afraid of. Okay. Don't ask me why I did that. Kind of questionable, I know, but imagine... It still has invulnerability. Boys, this is... Magic is not about winning, okay? It's about accumulating style points, baby! Ah, yeah. And style points we shall accumulate. Never doubt my ability to accumulate style points. So the real question is, how do I do this? Do I go... He's gonna double it up, which is gonna be a problem. Okay, now wait. This is really hard. I'm not gonna lie. This is really hard. Also, we don't know what he's gonna sack, the voice of Blessed or Prosperous Innkeeper. If we knew what he's gonna do, then we would have a good shot. And wait, we can actually bait him. Let's see it. Let's see how he does it. Maybe we can bait him out with this. Yes! Yes, boys! That's exactly what I was looking for. Watch this. He blocks. He blocks. There's no world where he doesn't block this and go for the Tulsi play. Because he understands the idea that giving me something that's invulnerable and his deck most likely can never remove is this... What? Boys, we got a mad lad here. We got an absolute mad lad right here. So that's some serious balls we have on this guy right here. Can you imagine not doing that? Because that can seriously be punished. Oh, I guess that's also fine. Yeah. Honestly, you know what? Didn't expect that one. But that means I can Meathook Massacre for effectively free, honestly. Oh, big plays, big plays. Still value range, still value range. We're up in this. We're up in the clouds, boys. We're up in the clouds. It's good, baby. I want to drop the Geistflame Reservoir, but honestly, this is more against control decks, because you know, 2 mana, exile a card. It's just so disgustingly good in some situations, especially if you're up against, again, control. But you know, against this, it's just flavor of the month if you drop it. And you're not gonna lie, it would feel absolutely great, but it is what it is. He got a little bit of thumbs there. This is level 2. Dude, he's just not... Dude, he's just really not doing some of the stuff I kind of expected. Okay, well, this is definitely what I'm gonna do now. Do I do this? Or do I just do this and we see what happens? I think we just do this and see what happens. We have 3 ways of getting rid of Tulsi, which is amazing. Plus, he's not going to get the value from Cosmic Elixir. It's pretty good. Oh, also, by the way, boys, before I forget, as you may or may not know, I have been an ex-government worker. Not in the biggest or brightest of positions, but I am someone who understands the need to get contacts and, you know, understands that life is always about who you know, not what you know. And currently, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. I'm not gonna tell you to go too much in detail, but this is for a tip for you. Currently, a lot of government institutions that are supposed to be smart and whatnot are making calculations for their budgets, for their, I don't know what's the English name for it, but you know, smart things. And they're essentially going with double the current gas price. Yes, a lot of places currently are expecting gas to double in price in the next year. So, you know, do with that information what you want, what you will. You know, they could be wrong, I do not know, but the fact is, currently in my country, some government institutions are doing that. And government institutions are usually more right than wrong, so keep that in mind. Okay, that's just your friendly everyday announcement from someone who is corrupt. 10 out of 10, boys, 10 out of 10. What a life, what a time to live in. Also cute. Very cute, in fact. I wonder if wizards try to counter us. Last video, the last game, this happened. You know what's the best against control? It is those value mid-range decks and whatnot. You have seen me honestly perform that action like a million times, by the way. If you're really wondering about that. It is the idea that mid-range early game aggro value... should I just exile something? Yeah, no, I don't have anything to deal with nothing, so might as well. It is the simple idea that mid-range decks that have things like Cosmic Elixir, or you have seen me do this like a million times already. Situations where I just have Sigarda's Splendor. If you drop a Sigarda's Splendor early against a control deck because you're aggressive and they don't have time to remove it and whatnot, you probably have won the game. And that is the last game that we had yesterday. That guy was mid-range and, you know, pretty much very, very keen on the idea of surviving against control. Admittedly, we did lose because I messed up and got my Liliana murdered way too fast, which was not exactly a pro gamer move, as one might say. I'm just gonna start spamming his stuff, I think. I think that's gonna send a good message. Haha, hee hee, hoo hoo. Ah, good times, good times. What do I have more to click? This. Let's do this. Okay, and let's do a little bit of Liliana. Because, boys, whoa, the stage is set. The stage is set. And it's lovely. Wait. Oh, shit, I actually should damage him a little bit, but that's not happening. Oof. Oh, well, I'm gonna steal his things. Now, honestly, I don't believe he's gonna get a solution for this. So, maybe this is not that bad. And by the way, for everyone who's saying that I make stupid mistakes, one, I don't play Magic seriously. Second, if you're recording live and talking about things, you're kind of trying to be a little bit entertaining. So, there's a very finite of actions that I take that are autopilot. I'm not actually thinking about it. I'm just, you know, going through the motions to a certain degree when playing Magic and talking at some situations. So, you know, I will make stupid mistakes because of that. That's 100%. Counting the lands when they're like this and something's not visible, that's like probably the most common mistake. Did I not have the mana? Wow, that's sad. Well, whatever. Get rid of this. I think we're done here because... Dude, what can... Wait, no. No, there's no shot! Boys, there's one thing that this guy could do, and that is obviously Castaway, not Castaway, Exile... The 6-cost Exile Everything card. Wait, no, it actually doesn't exile Planeswalkers, so what do we even care? Yeah, it doesn't exile Planeswalkers, so no biggie. Also, Rowan emblem. He's still in it. He's still in it. I like it. I like it. I like it. But we win. Let's just push forward real fast to win against this guy, and essentially call it a day from there. Hopefully that happens. Should have leveled 3, then it would have been, well, over, as we can probably easily assert. Oh, that's cute. A little bit of life, but that's not gonna be enough, my sweet dear summer child prince. I'm actually gonna even remove this because I can. Remove any number of counters. I can remove 1 and it's absolutely jazz hands, boys. Oh yeah. And pay a little bit extra. This card can be valuable. Admittedly not in the deck he's playing, but you know. I always thought it is pretty cool, but it's not usable. But, you know, well, it's wrong to say it's unusable. Honestly, the 1 cost is really strong because it has Lifelink Menace. That's a very potent... That's a very potent way of doing things, essentially. Okay, level 3 just for funsies, and now let's obliterate. Kiss, kiss, Sideburns Avatar. I also think I have played against this guy before, and that we have already gate kept him multiple times from ascending in the rank. Good times. This should be a Mulligan. And also, friendly reminder, like and subscribe, boys, and maybe even comment, because we are gonna discuss one thing now. And that one thing that I want to discuss is, actually I'm ditching a land here, right? Yes, a land. I'm ditching a land here. We're gonna discuss a little bit the fact that yesterday we were talking about control decks being worse than creature decks. And some people obviously argued. And I would like to just say, you know, it's kind of a bad argument if you're gonna say that a control deck is stronger than an aggro deck. If, you know, the control deck, for example, draws a Sulfurous on turn 3, plays it, and gets it to survive 1 turn, which happens pretty rarely nowadays, by the way. And, you know, And the argument gets even worse when you're saying that, well, you need to draw Sulfurous and then you draw Snake Veil to protect it. Dude, that implies... Is this... No, this is definitely... Man, this is harsh, though. This is harsh. I'm gonna keep this because there's definitely devils abound. So, yeah. Ooh. This is gonna be useless. So, this is the play. And the argument just gets worse if you say that, well, you know, if you need 2 cards now to win against win against aggro decks. Like, aggro decks are very simple. They get 3 or 4 lands, and after every non-land they draw is perfect because it serves only one purpose. And that purpose is to hit face and deal damage. And it's a very simple purpose. Control needs multiple things. Control needs 4 to 6 lands to succeed. Control needs to draw cards. Control needs, you know... And if you need specific cards to win... This is gonna be pretty good. If you need specific cards to win against aggro, you know, that you need to draw X and then you need to... Well, then you need to draw more of X... Then that puts you at disadvantage, because the aggro deck, again, the aggro deck does not need to do that. The aggro deck just needs to exist, essentially, and draw non-lands, and it's gonna achieve its goal. You need to draw a combination of things, though. And that's where the weakness is, because you are RNGing. Oof, big. Well, actually not that big. Okay, I'm gonna ditch the Meathooks, because this is clearly a planeswalker deck now. So, Vanishing Verse and March hold more value. Take action? Yes. Yeah, that's actually better than March, honestly, so... I'm cool with that, I'm cool with that. Plus, this is an amazing Omega play right there. Bam! Into a big score. Thank you. Not the best, not the worst, though. Wait, I can? 6, 7. You know what? I'm not gonna do that, because there's a chance we can play a Tybalt. And if we play a Tybalt against this, that's pretty much the equivalent of a win, right? Oh, and also, I wanted to talk... by the way, that's big, because that just shreks me. But it's not the end of the world, right? It's not. Okay, Gleipnir Boyo. That's what I'm talking about. Vanishing Verse is gonna be weaker. Okay, and drop this. Sure, why not? I like it. Now we're gonna get so much value out of this. Okay, but I also wanted to discuss, because a lot of people do tell me they do say that, well, if Control is so weak, why does Control win tournaments? And as much as I understand, Control hasn't won all the tournaments, but Control does win tournaments pretty regularly. That's because statistically, Control has an absolute... he's gonna get rid of the Kai anyway, there's no need to rush. Because statistically in tournament settings, Control does have a pretty big advantage. Because you see, there's 2 kinds of Control decks. Control decks that are good against other Control decks typically will most likely lose to aggro decks. Control decks that are good against aggro decks will typically lose to control decks that are more designed with more value in mind. So, you know, it's kind of a never-ending cycle to a degree. It's pretty stupid. Should I risk it? 6 mana? No, 7 mana. Yeah, sure, we risk it, because we exile anything we exile we can play. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I'm gonna go Will. The guy that no one likes, but he does have draw too, so kiss kiss, Will. Kiss kiss this time, you're gonna be forgiven. Okay, do that. And not good. not good at all. Very bad, in fact, Will. Thank you. You served me so well. You're such a disappointment as always, Will. Never call your child Will. Never be a Will yourself. Oh boy. But yeah. You can. when in a competitive setting, you pretty much reliably know what aggro players are going to be playing, because the reality is very simple. In a competitive setting, there's most likely just like 2 or 3 aggro decks that you need to worry about. So you can make your deck to be as good as possible against these 3 to 4 aggro decks that are currently extremely popular and prevalent in the meta. You can easily do that. Because the thing is, if you're good against aggro decks and people play aggro decks, chances are that your biggest opponent, the value control deck that would win against you 9 out of 10 times, will be destroyed by the aggro decks. So by the time you have a chance to play against the control deck that's good against you, well, they're just out of the game already because they lost against aggro decks because I'm gonna risk it even though if I exile Tybalt, I'm gonna scream, not gonna lie, boys. And there's a chance. Woo! Didn't. Nice. Big. Oh, I was scared for a moment there. But currently it's not looking good. He has double invoked Despair onto us, which is not good. Really not good, by the way. But if he does nothing, that's not bad. Oh! Oh, oh, oh! Look at that, boys. Can I? No. Wait, I could? Why can I do that? He's gonna sack it. By the way, I feel that that's a very bad deck because he has this, which is kind of sad. And then he has Deadly Dispute, and there's seemingly nothing he can Deadly Dispute, honestly. So, yeah. Kind of questionable, not gonna lie. But it's fine. But yeah. Mathematically, it's... Target player loses... Okay, I guess that's cool. Very random, but cool. So yeah, statistically, control decks in tournaments have a better chance because there's not a lot of X factors. You can predict a lot of those X factors. And that's a big deal, you know. That's definitely a big deal. I'm honestly drawing cards for him, but... Oh, I almost pressed the decline. Oh, big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. That's my Liliana right there looking at me with those blessed D eyes, boys. Like the video just because Liliana is such a hottie with a body. I mean, Professor Onyx. Mommy. Well, I actually honestly mean mommy. I'm not gonna lie. I am the Liliana. I offer myself as a sacrifice as to be a stepson or literally anything else you want. No shame. No shame. Obviously, no shame from a guy who literally calls as dessert. Oh, but that's a no, actually, no, that's not a different story. Wait, what? Oh my god, this guy! I hate that I can't... Well, at least he didn't get the Liliana value, though. Bruh, I absolutely hate this, though. Dude, if he's gonna triple Invoke Despair win against me, I'm gonna honestly be a lot mad. Yeah, a lot mad. Because triple Invoke Despair winning in the first 50% of the cards is just heinous. I do like that, though. I do like that. Oh! Big! Destroy all creatures, boy. Okay. I do have that, which is a value Kadaliu, but you know... Okay. So, now I just don't automatically lose to whatever he does. And also, by the way, he doesn't have the mana for this, so completely fine. Okay, another Blood on the Snow. Big. Lands are not that bad at the moment. Gonna drop this as red because I feel like it. And open myself. Yeah, sure, open. Well, actually, no, I still have the mana. Good. Okay, not good, but you know, it's not horrible. Jesus, this guy. Like, what the hell is this? Vampiric Kiss is such a... Seriously, my dude. Are you feeling okay? I think you're like, dude, This is the most random BS-ery that you can probably imagine. Not gonna lie, like cereal. Absolutely cereal. What is this? Imagine he just does a third. Oh, come on! Like, dude. Well, again, that's literally how powerful Invoke Despair is. I have talked about it. Invoke Despair is like the #1 card you get and play in a mirror match. This isn't a mirror match, but you know, close enough. Well, anyway, it was fun. It was interesting seeing someone actually do this. Good game. Was fun. Was fun. Ooh, this is a good hand now. Big score into Liliana always seems to brighten up anyone's day. As it should, because it's a completely over-the-top play, honestly. But I'm not gonna complain. Amazing. Also, shout out to my female acquaintance. You know who it is, boys. I have told stories about her before. It's the girl who thinks the world should literally make a knot for her because she's just hot. And she thinks being hot solves all the world's problems. Which is, by the way, pretty close to reality nowadays, as sadly as this. But, man, she's just an absolute joy. She's an absolute hottie. There's literally almost no one who denies it. But the funny part, obviously, is the fact that she is very much actively trying to get a... Why can't I Oh, because it's not... Okay, oof, that's painful. But she's pretty much always actively trying to get a boyfriend and a husband. But for some odd reason, it's just not happening, you know? What an absolutely brutal life and whatnot. Because she's just unlucky. She can't find... Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Are you telling me I'm not gonna get a Vrat for this? Because that's just nasty if I don't honestly get a Vrat for this. Well... Okay, this is not that bad to a certain degree, but hey. I can't do that. I can't do this, though. And I can't do it for that. Bro, I need to go for... Oh, this is just sad. Okay, whatever. Do it like this. Maybe not optimal, but it's fine. Okay, finish the sentence about her. I'm just not happy with this situation. It's pretty bad. I absolutely adore it because it's funny in my opinion. It's just flat out hilarious, in fact, what she does. Oh my god, if I do not get a Vrad, this is just a forced loss. And this is why rats matter a lot, because what are you supposed to do if you don't Vrat this? You're never clearing the board. And by the way, this is bullshit because control decks are the only ones susceptible to Rabble. Yeah, I lose. Yeah, there's no shot to win. It's a forced loss. It's a 100% forced loss unless I draw a Vrat. Ah, well played. Yep, no Vrat today. My love has gone away. What a time to be alive. Okay, well, sad as it may be, we kind of expect this from a wizard, so it is what it is. Where your hand does not matter because you're just losing 100%. There's nothing I can do. My hand literally just does not support playing against this. I could potentially invoke Despair, but then I'm too low on life. And then he's still probably doing heinous activities. Wait, I just lost. Yeah, forced loss. Literally, I didn't have options. I literally just had an exact hand of 0 options against this. So he's gonna attack. The things are gonna summon and... Hello? Does he just not know how this works? Because watch. Well, that was fun on a bun, to say the least. Actually, I'm not dead. Wait, yeah, seriously, not dead. Wow, unexpected. Okay, wow, who would have expected that? Not even dead. Just absolutely powerless. Yay. Yeah, only a Vrat can save me, and I'm probably not getting a Vrat. And Liliana is exactly screwed. Dude, I like the fact that he just does that and it just works out. Oh, look at that, a Vanishing Verse. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna make a difference. I can't do that. Wait, did he just get double? Oh my god, he legitimately got double, huh? Ah, well, I shouldn't expect anything. Dude. I would love playing something like this, but I can't, because I will only play something like this if I play this, I'm gonna be against a creature that just absolutely brutalizes me. Essentially, this is a forced loss, not... I hate this. I hate this style of Magic. There was never a point in this game where I had a chance to win. There was... It doesn't matter what decisions I make, what I do with these cards. My opponent just wins because he has... Well, everything is better for him. Yep, and a land. Completely useless. Well, that's because we are currently above a 50% win rate. Why are forced losses like that? I hate forced losses. They ruin the game so much. There was literally never a situation where I could do anything differently to win. I was just put here to lose. That's it. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. What a bad way to end this. Just getting a forced loss because Wizards wants this loser to win for free because his deck is horrible in the current meta. Ah, well. That last game makes me feel quite sad about everything, but it is what it is. We were at the 50% plus win ratio, so equilibrium must have been achieved. At the end of the day, do what you will. It's impossible to escape it in Arena. It is sad. It is sad. But Wizards have already stated pretty much at this point, that they will never change this system, by the way. Because there was a time, may I remind everyone, where they did not force win rates. And the majority of the player base hated it. People were complaining left, right, and center, what the hell is this garbage? I suddenly have a 10% win ratio, and that's it. Because, you know, some people have currently 50% or maybe even 55% win ratio, because Wizards just makes them have it. Magic is an easy game for me, but it's a complicated game for a lot of other people. And, you know, those people who see Magic as a complicated game are gonna have a really, really hard time winning games if everything is fair and square. So, you know, a little bit sad, but I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. At least we got... I enjoyed the first two games. The last one was complete BS, like, let's be real. But anyway, this was Kuzzer Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the channel, check out Discord, check out the Patreon, and have a nice day. Bye-bye!